Sports Talk is brought to you by Lincoln Savings Bank. At home in Iowa, at work for you.
Welcome to Panther Sports Talk. The UNI Wrestling season closed at the NCAA Championships. Another top 15 team finish, another national champion in Parker. But overall, I know it's been a couple of hours since you returned home. Overall reaction with a top 15 finish. I know there were some weights maybe you were so close in, but overall.
Yeah, I think the way you finish, you talk about weddings and funerals. We got to finish with a wedding, which I think that it gets you leaving, a little bit different, but there's a lot of heartache there. I mean, I don't think you can avoid that. There's guys that were, that close to being on the stand and achieving something they, have worked, some of these guys 20 years for, so it's a painful thing, but what I saw in the end, especially with the team, is just encouraged. Their eyes are lit up and they're excited about the future and, what this team can do in Philadelphia. And obviously that's already started, but I couldn't be prouder of how we competed. And I think just the ground we covered throughout the whole year. I know that's kind of been a common theme I've talked about, but, when you got a guy like Parker who leads the way and caps it off that way in dominating fashion and winning the national title and getting bonus points in every match. I mean, these guys don't need to look very far to, hey, okay, I'll follow that guy.
Yeah. I think that's the interesting thing is with the adversity of the West Gym closing and just having to face that adversity. If your leader, Parker, acts differently, I mean, that could have a negative snowball effect.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, it would hurt us significantly. I mean, and I think that's hopefully one thing I model is that, we're going to find solutions. I'm not going to just bitch and complain about something, and this, if we're going to play victim, we're going to be in trouble anyway. I'm trying to get these guys not to do that in life in general. I try to get them to, point the finger here and what can we do in that situation, and guys took that lead, and and obviously Parker, the team leader, man, he followed right in line.
So, heading into the championships, he's undefeated, #1 all year long. Yeah. Talk about where his mindset was and why you were confident he was going to get that job done and not leave without the title.
I've seen how much work he's done. And I've seen how consistent he's been. But I think the biggest thing that shifted him, and Lee's done a fantastic job, really bringing him along and him listening and taking the direction. But I think him focusing on getting bonus points in every match was one of the biggest keys for him, because then, it wasn't like, it was focused on behaviors. It wasn't focused on an outcome. Okay, my behaviors to get this bonus points means I need to continue to attack legs. And he's one of the best leg attackers and finishers in the damn world. So I think he just stayed focused on that and didn't let, the outside pressure kind of get to him. It was like, man, I'm prepared for this. I live this. And having all those other guys around, with him and being in that mix, I think it helped take a lot off him. I mean, a guy like Simma, winning a huge match and putting himself in the quarterfinals, and he's wrestling alongside him. I know that stuff helps him too.
31-0, and almost every single one was by major decision. I mean, just how dominant is that first? Because not all our viewers are real wrestling savvy exactly. Like, put that in perspective, just how dominant he was from the start of the year to the last championship match.
Oh man. Well, I can count on my hands how many undefeated champs there were. He was one. I think 57 had one. I think 84, 97. Yeah. Heavyweight. So four guys in the country were undefeated, and he did it on 31 matches. I'd say most of those guys had maybe about that did that. The other guys did it in 20 matches, and he wrestled the best guys. I was talking about the California trip, and hey man, what do you don't need to go. And he's like, I'm going. I mean, he called me before we were going. Like, I'm going. I'm this thing. So that's the kind of guy he is. But to be undefeated is absolutely incredible. To do it with a bonus point of 90+% is, I mean, unheard of. And you're in the short. I mean, talk about a small percent. He's in an incredibly small percent of people.
So how does he take it from here?
I know how he's going to take it. He's going to continue to get better. He loves the process, and he's going to lead the way for the rest of the guys on the team. He's a guy that wants to have a great team, and he didn't want to be the only guy on a Saturday night. Not every guy brings a lot of other people along with him for the ride. He's a guy that brings other people along with him for the ride, and he doesn't leave them the same. And I think everyone recognizes that. I'm so happy that he's getting, the recognition and shine that he deserves, because he's earned every bit of it, man. And that's one thing I said when I said he has earned every bit of it.
An awesome story. There were more wrestlers besides Parker down at Wrestling Championships. We'll talk about that right after this here on Panther Sports Talk.
The Strategic Play of the Week, brought to you by Strategic Imaging, your one-stop shop for print marketing, signage, apparel, and promotional items.